Hello. It's nighttime. We've been traveling for what feels like 3 days. I think it's only been one day. We left on Tuesday. It's now Wednesday, 10 p.m. Norwegian time. We spent one night on a plane. Um, it was it was an adventure. It was fun. It was normal. It wasn't that bad. But there were some interesting tidbits. Let's see. Interesting tidbit number one. We had the flyest steward on our Air Canada flight up from Portland, who looked a little bit like well, he had like a 70s vibe, and he had a calculator watch, which I thought was the coolest part. But blonde curly hair, blue eyes, spoke French. What's not to love about a guy who looks like he's from the 80s? He was also young enough to be my grandson, but that's beside the point. Let's see. The next adventure was at the Vancouver airport. I It's weird to go to other places and go through customs because our customs is such a nightmare that I sort of gird my loins for that. And then you go up to Canada and we just walked off the concourse past one lady who said, "Let me see your tickets and let me see your passport. Okay, see ya, bye." And we kept walking. It's so bizarre. And it was the same in where else did we have to stop? Germany.
Germany.
Yeah, it was the same in Germany. No, did anybody even look in Germany? Yes.
Yes.
When we landed in Germany, we had to do the same thing again. But the line was not very long. And it was, "Hey, see ya, bye." Oh, he did ask me where we were going and how long we were staying, which was more than they did in Canada. But they did have our boarding passes, so they knew exactly what we were doing. But he could have known what we were doing. I was going beyond him to Oslo, Sweden. What happened in Vancouver, though, is when we got down to our flight, to the long overnight flight, there were two drunk people there. One of them was just really loud, and then he took a nap. And his friends were keeping an eye out for him and kind of making fun of him, which was kind of amusing. But then they got a little scared because the carts that people ride around in, they drive, and if you if it's too far to get to your concourse or you're a little infirm or whatever, you get in this golf cart and somebody drives you to your base, to your concourse. Well, this lady drives up just yelling and screaming, and then this younger girl in her 20s, early 30s hops out and yells back at her, and then she marches up to the ticketing desk, apparently trying to get on our flight to Munich, and the gal in the golf cart was just really upset, yelling, and she was the employee, so that had to have been something serious. So then the police come, and the girl who jumped out of the golf cart went running. So the police had to chase after her, and then pretty soon they come back with her in handcuffs and take her downstairs. Then right after that, a guy sits down next to me and he goes, "Couldn't have happened to a nicer person." And I'm like, "Oh?" He goes, "Yeah, I was just down the way at the bar with her and she tried to pour a drink on me."
Oh,
I guess she was wasted drunk. And that's why that altercation took place. Well, I mean, come on, she was behaving abominably. And even when I'm wasted drunk, I wouldn't do that, but I'm not going to get wasted drunk. Toni and I decided at that point that we were going to stick to juice and water on the flight. Because that was not a good omen, those two drunk people. So then we spent our night. Oh, by the way, Toni's right here crocheting. My arm is not long enough and I'm too tired to think it through. we could barely think it through. So then we get to Oslo, and I'm going to put a couple clips in right here. I got some footage from the airplane, and there's some pictures, and I'll do a little montagey slideshow if I have the energy. And then you get off the airplane. We didn't have to check in immigration at all, which I don't know the whole Norwegian thing.
Go through customs.
I think Norway's in Norway is in Europe, like the European Union, but they don't share the euro because there's some countries that are like that, and then they're not in NATO yet, but I hear that's about to change. So there was no check-in at all when we hit Norway. The only thing we had to do is say whether we had any goods to declare when we walked into the country, and we had nothing. So, well, yarn, but that's not goods. I'm going to take it to knit. So then we walked off the plane, waited for our baggage, went to the bathroom, and then we got on a quick train into Oslo that was like 20 minutes. And I do not understand the money, but I know I spent like, what, it was 250 kroner, or 200 and something kroner for me, and 100 and something kroner for Toni as an honored citizen.
Well, dinner was 337 kroner.
Yeah, dinner was 337 kroner. I did have a drink. I looked at my drink and it was $18.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, for like that much Bailey's. So we're gonna need to have to go source some liquid libations for our room, I think, from elsewhere. Don't think drinking while out, if we're going to drink, is the answer. Okay, I'm leaving this here. You're gonna get day one. It is now 3 days later. I've been in Oslo for 3-4 days, but I got lots of pictures, lots of footage, and I'm just going to show you getting to town. And then as I end this video, I'm going to give you a montage of some of the photos from the flight in that I probably didn't include before. You're going to have to wait till tomorrow, or you're going to have to wait till Wednesday to get anything more, and it might even be Thursday, because it's a busy, busy, busy thing right here. If you want to see more, make sure and ring that bell and like and all that jazz so that you get notified when I get the next video up. Filming next will be the boat, the train ride and then the boat. But I also have video from yesterday that I haven't messed with and haven't organized yet. I'm going to try and do that on the train today. All right, I'll see you in a couple of days. Bye. Or you'll see me in a couple of days. Bye.